Well, how are we doing out there? I hope you're all spot on, and thanks for watching the video. Now I've been shopping. I've been to ASDA. Come and have a look what I got. Have a look at this one, a pot noodle comparison. It's got to be done, hasn't it? It really has. We've got pot noodle original curry versus curry flavour noodles. Just Essentials by ASDA. Now there's a difference in price, as you can imagine. The pot noodle original is £1. And the ASDA Just Essentials is 45 pence. So 55p cheaper. So you can buy two of them for one of them. And have 10 pence spare, if my maths are correct. Now I have done a comparison before with pot noodle. But I did it against the Aldi one. That's quite interesting. If you want to have a look at that, it'll be in the comparison playlist. Just have a look in there. So I had to do it. So let's have a look at the packages. We've got a little traffic light system going on here as well, if you want to have a look at that. Now, the one thing I have noticed is the weights, the different in weight. The pot noodle original is 90 grams. The ASDA Just Essentials is 70 grams. So you're getting 20 grams lighter straight away. So that does reflect, doesn't it? There's a little traffic light system, so what I'll look into in depth per 100. Per 100. If you want to pause that and have a look at that, by all means, go ahead. Now let's have a look at the ingredients. There they are, and there they are. The allergens are wheat and soya in the ASDA Just Essential, and the allergen in the original is wheat. And a sauce sachet. What is that then? Why is that in bold? You've got dried noodles 70% and the allergen wheat in the cheaper one. You've got noodle mix 96% in the original. So you're getting more, aren't you? Aren't you? Oh, bad English. I was brought up, not dragged up. But it says dried noodles 64%. Dry noodles, 70%. If there's any more ingredients in there, please let me know. Palm oil. I know if it's... Palm oil is a bad one, isn't it? Because they're knocking down the rainforests and all that, aren't they? And the trees. If it's sustainably sourced, it's not too bad. And if there's any nasty ones in there, please let me know. There's MSG in that one, I've noticed. Monosodium glutamate. That always sparks a bit of interest in the comments. Please let me know your thoughts on the old MSG. There they are. If you want to pause it and have a look at them ingredients, please go ahead. It's time for the peel seal test. Let's get into these. Now was it a Donny Kebab pot noodle? I did that one as well. That was an interesting one. Let's have a look. Now I like to go about there. I don't like to take it all the way off because I like to put it back down again when I put the water in. I'm quite funny with the old pot noodles. I don't like to put too much water in. I like it claggy. I don't like it runny. I like it claggy. There it is. Have a look at that. And you get a little sachet as well, look. You can always pimp these up as well, can't you? So that's passed its seal peel test. Let's have a look at this one now. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, so we've got, it's more of a plastic sort of lid on this one. And that one's more like an aluminium. So let's see how it gets on. Well... yeah, it's failed because it's not come off in its entirety. But, you know, oh dear me, look at that in there. Oh, look in there. I'll do a side by side. See what you think. Is it focusing? It is now. I'll bring them down anyway, you can have a look. Because you've got to look what you're getting, particularly in this one, because you've probably never had these ones before. Oh dear. We'll get there in the end. Rome wasn't built in a day. So I've noticed with that one, it's right the way down the bottom. It's probably less than half full. So why don't they just reduce the old packaging and make them even smaller? There's hardly out in there. It looks all bitty, doesn't it? Let's not judge a book by its cover. Let's see what it's like first. And there is the original one, look. And I noticed in this one as well, you don't get a sachet, look. You don't get a sachet to sort of stick in. Now I'm boiling the kettle, and I'm going to put them into for the sake of this little experiment, I'm going to fill them to the fill line as per instruction, and leave it for 2 minutes, put in the sachet, and leave it for another 2 minutes. I like to leave them a lot longer than that, and I don't like to go up the fill level, but I am for this purpose. And for this one I'm going to do the same. It says put the water into the fill level, so that's what I'll do. And it does smell of curry sauce as well. They both smell of curry. Right, let's get these in. Good for work these, aren't they? I used to take these to work, these ones. You get the king ones, the bigger ones though, can't you? Let's have a look. You let the water just seep in a bit. It's got to just sort of seep in there, innit? Give it a bit of a poke. Just going to add a tad more water. You can always add, but you can't take away, can't you? Got to be careful there. Now let's fill this. So the fill line on here is just down here. You can just sort of feel like a little line in there. It's a bit, you have to be careful, so we'll get that in. It's a bit of a, because it's plastic like that, you can't really seal it over. So what I'm doing, I'm going to cover them up now for 2 minutes. Do you like my lid? We've had 2 minutes. I'm going to give them a stir now. I'm even going to use 2 different forks, look. And I've noticed with this one, the original, you're getting peas in there and carrot as well, aren't you? I'll give it a stir. You can normally tell now, this is a little bit watery for me. I put too much water in. I like them claggy, I'll be honest. I do like them claggy. But it's still got to give it time yet. We've got to give it a bit more time. It's still not ready. It's too watery for me, I can tell straight away. Now I'm going to open this now. Hopefully I can get it open without using any scissors. Oh, look at that. Absolutely passed its seal peel test. I hope you can you see okay there? I hope you can, yeah. So let's get that in there. Now, we all know how to make a pot noodle, don't we? Or we might not. Let me know if there's anyone out there who's never had a pot noodle. I'll be very interested to find out. Because I've just recently done a McDonald's video, and you'd be surprised, I've had quite a lot of people say I've never been to McDonald's in my life. So we'll put that lid back on, like that one. We'll put that there. Now let's have a look at this one. I'll show you this one. Give it a stir. Yeah, it's smelling of. It's not smelling as strong as the pot noodle, I'll be honest. And I'll give it a mix up. I have noticed there's a lot. Oh, there's peas in this one as well. There's peas and carrot as well, but not a lot. Not like the other one that looks just a bit of a chopped up pea there. And is that maybe carrot? I'll have a look on the ingredients just to make sure. We've had another 2 minutes, so this is very scientific, this. Need to get this right. I'm going to get rid of that now. So it's too runny for me, that. I knew I put too much water in, but I only went to the fill level. You know. I only went to the sort of required level, but... So this has gone to the sort of claggy level I like. That's how I like it, nice and claggy. Like that. So you can sort of... When you have it like that, the flavours are sort of more intense. Right, I'm going to get into it now. It's the taste test time. I'm going to get into this one first. The ASDA Just Essentials. I'm just going to get a spoon, a fork full. Like that. When it stops dripping. Just right. Let's get into this. Oh, it's still dripping. I don't like that. It's not. No. The first mouthful said it all, I think, didn't it? I'll go in for another, I'll be brave. It's very gloopy. In a bad way. I don't like that. It looks good as well, it really does. It's just not delivering in the flavour department. It's not, and it's gloopy. It's well seasoned. I'm going to go in again just so that you've got to be right, haven't you? You really have got to be sure. Yeah, that curry flavour is very mild. It's not giving me the hit that I like. Yeah, it's not great, that one, I'll be honest. I'm not going to, I can't lie anyway. I'll get a drink of water. Oh, it's got in my eye. Oh, anyway, let's try this. Oh no, it's gone down my top as well. To change my top. Oh, you can have a look. You can see here, look, as well, at the original. The noodles, you know, it just looks the better finished article, doesn't it? I know it's leaking everywhere, and right, let's see if I can get this a bit better. It's a bit difficult when you got one arm. You know, I know I've got two arms. I'm not taking anything away from people with one arm. You know what I'm saying, though. You know what I mean. That's doing it. I'll tell you what that one needs. The ASDA Just Essential. It needs a pot of sweetness, a little sachet of sweetness to go into it. That's what it's lacking. It's lacking sweetness. For me, that's what it's lacking. It might seem a very unfair comparison, this, but we have to find these things out. I just assumed it had a sachet of sauce in, like the original pot noodle, but we now know it doesn't. So if you're going to get one of these cheaper ones, get yourself some, oh, what's it called? I've got some in the fridge, I think. I know we've used it all up. The sauce, the sachet of sauce, what is it? I can't think what it's called. But you know what I mean. You know, when you sort of like, I sort of always go back to like when I was on nights. You know, on our tables in the brew rooms, you always got ketchup and sauce and salt and pepper. I used to have in the old days. Might have all changed now. So you could always pimp stuff up, couldn't you? Oh, what's it called? It's bugging me that. I'll find out right now. Chutneys. That's it. A pot of chutney. We sometimes have it in the fridge, just for sticking on the side of your meals. That's what it needs. It needs sweetening up. It does. And the noodles are very small as well. Look at that. I'm so messy, aren't I? Yeah, that's what it needs. Just needs sweetening up. That's the tastiest, is that one. It is. It's tasty. You get more in it. It's £1 versus 45p. It's 55 pence more. You're getting 90 grams as opposed to 70 grams. It is tastier. You would feel better off eating that as a snack rather than that, because there's more of it. That's me being greedy. But like all I say, that cheap one there just needs a bit of chutney sticking in there, a bit of sweetness to just bring it up to the sweetness level of the pot noodle. Or if you're watching your weight, the old ASDA one will be fine for you. Probably because it's less salt and less sugar. I don't know, but I would imagine there is. So thanks for watching. A bit of it's scientific, of course. We get there in the end. We've got to try these things because it's very important for people out there on budgets and for people who are watching the pennies. So thanks very much for watching. Thanks for joining the channel as well, the channel membership. It all does help. It really does. Please take care. All the best. And I'll catch you on the next one.